I have finally come to terms with it. Messi is the greatest of all time. The absolute GOAT who might add to his 7 Ballon d'Ors this year. I used to solely believe it was Cristiano Ronaldo, but I changed my opinion recently, and that's okay. You don't have to hate me for it. I do, however, hate being proved wrong. So I created the new greatest player of all time, Goaty McGoatface. And yes, I've started him at Plymouth Argyle. I'm going to really enjoy watching him cook in Sky Bet League 1 and smash in 91 goals just in the league. Because eventually, he's coming for Messi's title, Ballon d'Or after Ballon d'Or. And I bet you thought I was exaggerating when I said he scored 91 league goals. Because he's also coming for all of Messi's records too. I just hope he doesn't do it in like a Liverpool shirt or something. Got to be kidding me. Anyways, of course he takes Argyle into the championship with his goals, but how long will he stay? Well, you'll be pleased to know the 6'5" super athlete Goaty McGoatface stayed in Devon with Plymouth Argyle and continued to score an insane amount of goals. 81 in the championship, which is also a shame for Andrea Bellotti, who got 46 for Bournemouth. But both Bournemouth and Plymouth Argyle will go into the Premier League next season. However, the GOAT is about to run out of contract, and Real Madrid are interested. It's time to start claiming those Ballon d'Or wins. And Real Madrid is currently dominating Spain, and they need to replace Benzema. So this would be the perfect club for Goaty McGoatface.
No, God!
This is like my worst nightmare. The worst club he possibly could have gone to, Liverpool, in my opinion, of course, being a Manchester United fan, and he's there. Okay, we'll work with what we've got. At least they might have won the Premier League. They did. Okay, they won the Premier League by 92 points as well, with 92 points by 4 points ahead of Manchester City, which they haven't done yet until the GOAT has arrived. And he got 47 goals, which it's good, but like I've seen Erling Haaland do that, and he's nowhere near as good as the GOAT. So it's kind of like, oh, right, so what's happening here at Liverpool? Why are you underdoing what you should be able to do? You should be able to get a lot more goals than that. Anyway, he is unhappy already. 1 year at Liverpool. I don't blame him either. He's unhappy because they failed to challenge for the Champions League, which they won the previous 2 years, by the way, which is hilarious because then they were eliminated by Bayern Munich in the knockout playoff round. They didn't even get to the round of 16. Just eliminated. Did he play? He played as well. 6.7. It's kind of on you, really. I mean, maybe your teammates should have been helping you out here, but by the looks of it down here, yeah, to be fair, you are the weak link in this team. Your teammates should have helped you out a little bit, but Goatface, you've done all right. Milestones, though. He's also an FA Cup winner. A UEFA Super Cup winner? I guess, obviously, because Liverpool won the Premier League. He's the European Golden Boy, which he's probably won. Oh, he's only won it once, which does surprise me, to be fair. But he won a European Golden Boy, FA Cup winner. They beat West Brom in the final. Won't go bragging about that too much. Other than that, he's done all right. PFA Player of the Year, Football Writers of the Year. I mean, it's all things we've seen before. We need the Ballon d'Or. Let's be honest. We need a Ballon d'Or to kick things off. But that was won by former Liverpool player Sadio Mane, who now plays at Rennes. But the GOAT is now 19 and is still at Liverpool. Messi was 22 when he won his first Ballon d'Or, so hopefully he can do that before Messi does, and then we've already got one up on him. Another Premier League win, but he only scored 30 Premier League goals. Another FA Cup, though, and a first Champions League win. Knocked out of the World Cup semi-final by Italy, though. However, there is some good news. He got one. His first Ballon d'Or win, only aged 19. Another Premier League title and 48 goals, leading another Golden Boot. And a second Champions League win, beating Chelsea at Old Trafford nonetheless. Everything's going great, right? Wrong! Liverpool replaced Klopp with Steven Gerrard. And although Liverpool still continue to win the league, with the GOAT scoring over 50 goals and picking up his second Ballon d'Or, I began to get a little bit worried that Steven Gerrard cannot get the best out of Goaty McGoatface. I don't think we're going to see as good a performance as what he would have been underneath Klopp. But 2 more Ballon d'Or wins to make it 4 by the time Messi got his first. And a third Champions League win, and everything seems fine. Third. With only 20 goals. I don't like Gerrard's football. We need more goals. Like, this is the first time they haven't won the Premier League now. They've got 5 in a row. They should be dominating. You should be building on the fact that you've got Goaty McGoatface in your team. But you're not. You're finishing in 3rd. 11 points behind Manchester City, which quite frankly is not good enough at all. Going with Goatface deserves better. I'm going to give you a little bit more time, Steven Gerrard, because clearly you know how to win a Champions League. But I don't know. I've got my doubts. And it only got worse from that point. Now, yes, I might be overreacting because he has continued to win the Ballon d'Or, because he is the best player in the world. He's the greatest of all time. He's now won 6 in a row. But Liverpool should be winning the Premier League with him. He's only getting 27 goals. Look how good he is. How is he only getting 27 goals when in previous times with different managers, he was getting 56? 56. He went down as low as 19. He played 31 games. 19 goals. That's nowhere near good enough for a guy who is that good. So I'm sorry. I think it's time to move. Now, career-wise, maybe you'd say, well, yeah, but Luke, he's won Ballon d'Ors. He's still winning stuff. He didn't win anything this year. No, not a scrap. Not a scrap. Not a Scooby-Doo. He did win another Champions League, I'll give you that. But even Newcastle are coming in and winning the Champions League now. They're stepping up. It was Newcastle, Manchester City in the final. Liverpool were knocked out by Newcastle. It was an all-English semi-final because Spurs are even in there. It's time to move. I think he needs to lead the Premier League as well. So I moved him to Barcelona. Now listen, how dare you accuse me of moving him just to Barcelona for the simple fact that he will then become their greatest player ever instead of Lionel Messi as well. How dare you? In fact, the reason why I moved into Barcelona is because every other team had a very good striker. Barcelona, they had Alexander Isak. Okay, he's good, but that was it. And the time that I checked, he wasn't actually doing that well. If you take a look, he got 8 goals in 31 games. They needed a striker. Everybody else has a good one. All of the best teams in the world. Goaty McGoatface's first season, he got 42. They didn't win the league, all right? They've won it some time ago. Real Madrid are still winning it, and that's because they've got really good players. Endrick is their main striker, so we needed to put him in a team where he would still be the focal point. And unfortunately, Real Madrid are just a little bit too good at the minute. They've got an unbelievable side that you can see here. They got Frankie de... How did they get Frankie de Jong? Why did they let him go on a free transfer as well? You snake. Endrick's there. They've got some unbelievable new gens that are there. Liel Abada, Vinicius Jr. still there, age 32. So, Jude Bellingham, 29. Like, he's still way in his prime. I needed to move him abroad. The likes of Inter and AC Milan, I don't think they were good enough. He needed to go to Spain. Barcelona was the right place to go. That last season at Liverpool even cost him a 7th Ballon d'Or in a row. Unforgivable. You should be ashamed of yourself. In the next season, my decision was vindicated, I felt, although he still isn't scoring as many goals as I'd hoped. But nonetheless, he won a 7th Ballon d'Or, and an 8th the year after that. Plus, he helped England win the World Cup in 2034. So has he surpassed Lionel Messi yet, in your opinion? Still not convinced? Let's stamp this properly then. A 9th Ballon d'Or. A 5th Champions League win. 7 Ballon d'Ors just at Barcelona. 13 in 14 seasons. Well, he finally decided to retire at age 38 in 2045, still at Barcelona. Now, he retired from international football in 2041 after playing 208 caps for England with 170 goals, breaking all the records there for the country. But in the milestones we can see, well, let's just go straight to La Liga. Real Madrid did win a couple, but it was dominated by Barcelona. This was Barcelona's time. Goaty McGoatface pretty much won the Golden Boot every single season for that. He didn't score as many goals as I'd hoped, but still. The Champions League, I think that was the last Champions League we actually seen him win. But the Ballon d'Or, he did win a few more. So we can see here from 2032 to 33 all the way up to 2042, he won it every single season. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on top of the 6, 16 Ballon d'Ors in 17 seasons. And finally, a guy called Thomas Velasquez from Bayern Munich threw him off that pedestal, and I don't know why. Maybe there was like some weird ageist problem because he isn't that good. And then this guy, Randy Vitulin, came in, who is amazing actually, came in and won it this season playing for Newcastle. So 16 Ballon d'Ors in a row. The greatest player of all time is no longer Lionel Messi. It's Goatee McGoatface. Thank you very much.